It's Eric.
And Al.
And Al. It's time to get your geek on, guys. Retro Geeks Live coming at you. Today's been a good day, and we just got back from another con, man.
Yeah.
Last show we just got back from a con. This show we get back from a con, and where did we go today, man?
San Jose Heroes and Villains.
The Heroes and Villains con in San Jose.
It's actually a fan fest.
Fan fest, yeah. You gotta watch what you call things these days.
Yeah.
It's a fan fest, Heroes and Villains in San Jose, California.
Yeah.
And it was at the convention center there, kind of close to the Shark Tank Arena. And it was a pretty good little convention there. It's put on by the Walking Dead guys, the Walker Stalker guys, yeah. And we got some stuff to show you right now.
Yeah, well,
Al's got lots of stuff to show you.
First of all, let's tell them a little bit about it.
Oh man, I want to see the stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to the stuff. First of all, okay, it's not really kind of like a Comic-Con. It's more like a meet and greet of actors from TV.
There was a lot of people signing.
There was a lot of people signing from TV. Once Upon a Time, Arrow, Flash, all that. Okay, and this is actually the last one was in November of last year. So they did this year in August. I don't know if they're going to do another one in November. I don't know about that. I don't think so because they're doing so many. They do like 2 per month now, all over the country.
They're all over the country. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's get to the stuff. Okay, first from Arrow, I got this really cool statue. 1 out of 1,050. Okay, and I got it signed by Arrow himself, Stephen Amell.
That's a pretty cool statue, man.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. It's actually, they call it a paperweight, but I don't know, it looks like a statue.
A paperweight.
It's too big. Okay, then I got Brandon Roth, who played Superman in Superman Returns.
Superman Stalker. That's what I call Superman Stalker.
Yeah, Stalker Superman, and actually he's now in Legends of Tomorrow. He plays Adam.
The Atom?
The Atom, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, I mean, still, it was like, how many people get to meet Superman? And, it's just, it was really...
Show them really close up the car. It has a Superman logo on it.
Yeah, this is actually a Jeff Gordon NASCAR car that he raced when Superman Returns came out. And it's all there.
So it's a replica of the actual NASCAR car.
And I actually had a chance in 2007 to meet Jeff Gordon. Mm-hmm. And this was one of the cars that I actually was going to take to have him signed. You could have 2 cars signed. And I didn't take this one because I figured, how the hell am I ever going to meet Superman? So now I have to try to get Jeff Gordon again, who actually retired from full-time driving last year. And we'll see how it goes. It's my thing now. I have to find Jeff Gordon's autograph on this car.
That's his mission now.
That's my mission. Okay, now, from Once Upon a Time and Lost, Emily D. Ravine. I got her
What kind of card is that?
It's actually a costume card. It has an actual piece of the costume. I don't know if you can see it from here.
Let's show it to him.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's an actual piece of her shirt.
Oh, a shirt. Okay. We weren't sure what kind of piece we were talking about there. All right. That's cool.
That. And the last one is Brian T., who was actually Shredder
on Ninja
Turtles movie. And he was in Tokyo Drift for Fast and Furious movies. And this is a car he raced in that movie. That was from 2006. And he actually signed my car here.
And earlier today, you were telling me that he didn't even know this car was out.
Yeah, no, he didn't even know it was out, and he actually took a video of him holding the car and everything, which was really cool. Yeah, and he knew that it had been released before once, but he didn't know it was re-released by Data.
Oh, okay.
Who actually has all the licenses now, basically for all the Fast and Furious cars, and every year they come out with. There's so many cars from Fast and Furious franchise. And they actually have now, they're coming out, I believe, with like about 10 cars per year of Fast and Furious movies. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And, Al got one other cool thing today. It's a retro thing.
Well, actually, I didn't get it. My wife got it.
Oh.
Because she knows how much I love these 2 characters.
You got it as a gift, which is even better.
Yeah. Even better. Here you go.
This is retro.
My favorite Muppets of all time. There you go. That's the future of me and Eric. That's what we're going to look like in 30 years.
Did those guys used to go, yeah, like the first Beavis and Butthead when they cracked a joke.
Yeah, and they used to what they did is that they used to criticize everything. Yeah. Everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's not very political. I'm the political one, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's and it's made by Diamond Select. Who actually I believe they make the Clerk figures too.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, they make the Clerk figures
so.
for Kevin Smith, and the detail on this is just awesome. And I paid, my wife, I know she paid $20 for this, and I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, again, a lot of glare there. Yeah. There you go.
And what it,
that's retro, man. That was the Muppet Show, the original Muppet Show.
The original Muppet Show. And I don't know. Actually, there was a TV show, The Muppets, which was like a reality show. And I'll be honest with you guys, I couldn't stand it, so we only watched it for like the first 2 or 3 episodes, and that's it. I don't know if they showed up. It was last season. I don't know if the show was renewed or whatever it is. It was kind of like a cross between the Muppets and The Office, which, I don't know. I still wanted the regular Muppets, all Muppets.
Well, that's what we grew up on. That was the retro. Yeah.
Of course, Sunday night, every Sunday night, remember?
Yeah.
And then Chips came on.
I forgot about that.
We all try to forget about that.
Yeah. So Al got a lot of cool stuff at Heroes and Villains. I didn't get too much, but my kid did.
And you know what? It was the sponsor was Red Vines.
Oh yeah,
and he did get a lot of Red Vines.
Yeah,
they fed him very well at the Red Vines.
My kid pimped for some Red Vines. He got some Red Vines.
Yeah, his kid is really cute and stuff, and he gets like everything. It's incredible. I'm gonna start renting the damn kid.
I know.
When I go somewhere, I wanna get in or something. I'm just gonna rent him.
Yeah. That's one way we can start making money. Yeah. So Heroes and Villains in San Jose was pretty cool. But it's a lot of like, man, for a Comic Con. Yeah. There's like no comics there, man.
No, it's not an actual Comic Con. That's why I said in the beginning. It's a fan fest.
Yeah.
And it's just basically it's cool because actors sign and they sign. They're not rushed.
Yeah, it wasn't very crowded.
With them. It wasn't very crowded, although the one in November was very crowded. I was surprised. I know the economy isn't as good as it was in November of last year, but it was really, I was surprised because it was cheaper to go to too, because we got a special on Groupon for $27 each to go in on Saturday, and they even had a buy one get one free up to this morning.
Oh wow.
For Saturday. And Sunday, it's shorter and there's no deals or anything, but there's nothing happening on Sunday that wasn't happening today.
Yeah. And also Clark Gregg from Avengers and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was there.
That's his show.
I really wanted to get him to sign the pop figure. And Murrow was there from Walking Dead.
And the kid.
And Chandler Riggs.
Yeah, Chandler Riggs, who used to be a little kid, and then like 6 months later in the show, now he's like huge.
Yeah. He had his eye today. I saw him. He had his eye.
You saw him? Oh, I didn't even see him. I was looking for a kid with no eye.
I know. So, it's a pretty cool show. So you get out there and won some signatures and meet some pretty cool. Most everyone's pretty cool there. The celebrities.
It's not rushed and
it's really worth checking out.
And it was really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Really, really cool. My favorite, obviously, was Brian T. Brian T. was really he was awesome.
He was cool.
And like I said, I'm a huge Fast and Furious franchise fan. So
yeah. So let's move on a little bit. We're going. There's some we loved Star Trek. The new movie we loved. What was it called? Beyond?
Yeah, Beyond. You forgot.
I know.
It's been a long day, guys.
And we loved it. Yeah. But it's just not doing what it needs to do, man.
It's only made domestically $13 million.
Dude, and it's almost out of the movies already. Yeah. It's like it's the one that's playing at the very end of the theater where there's like 5 rows in the theater and there's cobwebs and there's they don't clean that theater up.
You can't find the bathroom anywhere around there. It's
in the ghetto of the theater.
Yeah, I read some theories about what happened. Part of it is that nobody really liked the trailer. which my personal,
I love the trailer.
Lots of people didn't. They thought it was too much Fast and Furious. I loved it too, obviously, but because the actual director was a director of Fast and the Furious movies. It got, people said that it was, because of the music and everything, that it was, it was a Fast and Furious type of movie, and it wasn't at all. And for some reason, that was one thing that maybe, made people, myself, if I see a trailer that's too good, usually the movie stinks. That's the way I've always seen it. Well, I've never seen a really, really good trailer to a really, really good movie.
Okay, people complain about the Beastie Boys sabotage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but it makes sense in the movie.
Yeah.
Remember the first one that they did?
Yeah.
He's riding the bike,
yeah.
or the futuristic bike,
yeah.
and he's playing, sabotage.
Yeah, and so
it makes sense.
The other theory that was floated is the whole Sulu thing.
Well, yeah,
it pissed a bunch of people off. It didn't really piss me off. I thought that it wasn't really, when I saw the movie, I thought it wasn't necessary because, that they did it on purpose. They tried to push showing him, which is it's okay. But
we talked about it. It was forced.
It was forced because there was no reason. There's a little spoiler that I didn't want to say before. There was no reason.
Well, no one's seen. Everybody's seen it.
There was really no reason to have his partner and his daughter at Yorktown. There was just no point.
Yeah, other than to show it.
Other than to show it.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any other family members of any of the other cast.
Nothing else to do with the story.
Nothing to do with the story at all. Okay, so there was just no point in it. They could have had somebody else's family, but no, they didn't.
But despite that, that was only maybe a total of 10 seconds during the movie.
The
movie was great.
It was. But the thing is that there was so much publicity for it that I think people even made it out to be worse than it wasn't. And you know what? It's not that it's bad. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I have no problem with it. Okay, it wouldn't stop me from watching a movie or anything. But lots of people sometimes they get upset and stuff, and lots of people also when they want to watch a movie. They don't want to have an agenda shoved down their throat. They just don't. I'm sorry, guys, but this is the way it is for everybody.
Yeah, Star Trek's. It has a history of breaking those barriers.
Yeah,
but those barriers were in the '60s and stuff.
But no. But here's
the barriers aren't really there.
No, but here's the thing: if you're gonna do it, don't force it. It was forced. That's my point.
Yeah, back in the television show, the original show, when they had kiss.
They had the first interracial
kiss on.
I'm sorry,
regular TV.
It's been a long day,
but it was part of the story.
But it was part of the story, and it wasn't forced. It was part of the story. This had nothing to do with the story whatsoever.
But despite it not having anything, the story
it was still awesome. An awesome movie.
The movie was good.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it the moment.
I think it's worth a Blu-ray. Yeah,
of course. I'm gonna buy it. Okay, and there's a nice, cool Amazon one that they have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that comes with a little,
the Enterprise,
the new one.
Oh, the new one.
Not the new one, but the old new one.
Yeah,
another spoiler. They find another. No, what was it? USS.
I want to say York. You got me saying
York. No, I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot too.
I guess it's been.
Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. Well, you got.
So anyway. Star Trek's still out there on some at some movie theaters. Yes. You might have to go to the ghetto section of the movie theater, but go see it.
Yeah, make sure you don't drink too much water or anything before you go because you might have problems finding it for the restaurant. Okay, next.
Next we're gonna just briefly talk about the stuff going on with Captain America, man. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Captain America or Steve Rogers, I should say, is no longer
Captain America everybody knows.
Supposed to be Captain America.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on there? I think now that has some historical precedence in the comic books. Yeah. He becomes a character named Nomad.
Yeah.
And but he goes back to being Captain America, which I think is what they're basically going to do.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be that big a deal, but, it's news.
Yeah.
It's out there. And hopefully, when the Infinity series comes out, Steve Rogers will be back to being Captain America. He kind of has to be for those movies.
Probably. I agree.
Yeah. I don't know what movie that he would be different or...
I don't know. Oh, one more thing about the Star Trek.
Oh, okay. Star Trek again.
I forgot to mention one thing, is that they were going to make a fourth movie, and now it's in question.
Oh, yeah.
Which Abrams was actually going to
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was in question. No,
yeah, it's in question now. So, okay.
Captain America. Well, yeah. So there's that going on with Cap and Steve Rogers, and in the comic books also at recently, the Falcon basically became Captain America for a little while. So it'll be different to see what they do.
Yeah.
And they don't have much time to show Steve Rogers as someone else or have someone replace him as Cap. Because there's not many movies coming out before that would include Captain America before the Infinity, the next Avengers ones. So, that we're gonna have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, but right now nobody knows what's going on.
I love Chris Evans as Captain America. He played Human Torch in the original Fantastic Four movies.
And he got big after that. He
really got buff. Yeah. I loved him in Fantastic Four.
I like that Fantastic Four. It's the new one that I couldn't stand.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it, but no.
So the original two Fantastic Fours. Let's talk Fantastic Four a little bit. Before I told you guys about the Thane, how I kind of like the Thane being a non-CGI character. He was, and he did a really good job. I really liked the play between Chris Evans and that actor. They did a really good job. The two that ruined it was Jessica Alba, the other guy.
Well,
and Dr. Doom.
They had no chemistry, and the cool thing about CGI is what I think is that the Hulk. That's what's always ruined the Hulk movies. It's all the CGI. It looks like the Jolly Green Giant cartoon instead of the actual Hulk.
Well, in the Avengers movies, and it's been good, I think.
A little better. I think
it's been a lot better.
I'm not a big Avengers movie fan myself.
No, I love it.
We disagree on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how Hulk is in Thor Ragnarok, because he's supposed to be in that.
Yeah.
And, Chris Evans played a great Captain America. I think they did a great job. Yeah. With all the characters.
Oh, yeah.
Hemsworth as Thor is perfect.
Oh, yeah, no, they're perfect.
And obviously Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Downey. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Captain America in the cinematic universe, along with supposedly some of the other actors' contracts coming up, after a film or two. So, so now we're gonna
retro part of the
it's
show.
Time to go retro. And man, let's go back to 1999. Not too retro. A little retro. Yeah.
Oh, that's 17 years, dude. Some of the people who watch us weren't even born back then.
Shut up. So, let me tell you guys a little story here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys a little story here. Sorry about that. So in 1999, it might even been 98. My dad, he shows me this article out of I think the New York Times. It was a small article, and it's
Your dad showed you an article
I know.
from the newspaper,
and it's about
his dad. To this day, still reads a newspaper. I didn't even know they had
the actual
newspapers anymore.
Yeah,
and he cuts out the newspaper clippings, and I'm like, I didn't even know there was newspapers anymore. Who even reads it? Guys, who reads it? Please send us messages and let us know who actually reads a newspaper anymore.
There's still delivery people.
There are?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now they're not kids anymore.
They're
like guys in their 40s.
Yeah. 50s. That's going to be our new job. Deliver newspapers. So anyway, he shows me this article, and it's about, he's like, this will be an interesting movie for you to go check out. And it said, lost footage found of these teenagers that got lost, and some real stuff happened, and it was in the New York Times. It was part of their publicity run before, like 6 months before Blair Witch came out.
Yeah,
the Blair Witch. So let me tell you the story. So I read that article. I'm like, okay, cool. When that movie comes out, I'm going to check it out. And I didn't read anything about Blair Witch up until the point that it actually came out in the theater. I went opening night, and I went in thinking, because of this New York Times article, I went in thinking it was all real. So I watched Blair Witch, dude. I was on the edge of my seat, and I was like freaking out, dude. It was pretty trippy. But seriously, when you go into Blair Witch and you think it's real, it was pretty scary.
I was like, sick?
Ooh. No, I did not. I don't usually get too. I actually took this girl to it, and she ended up getting sick. She said she had to go to the bathroom, and she didn't come back for the whole movie. I thought she was just like leaving me, but
did
apparently
she come back at all?
I don't remember.
She took a taxi, dude.
Yeah, she. But man, and then I went home that night. I like looked on the early part of the internet, right? 1999. I dialed my modem up,
Back when back when you used to be able to go to a website and not have a bunch of pop-ups and bullshit on it.
Yeah, and then I read that it wasn't real. And I was like, oh man, that's kind of. Well, do you remember Blair Witch?
I remember. I saw it. I saw it actually when it came out on cable.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't really. I'm not that much into the horror stuff, but this was really, really good. And the only thing is, I think they should have stopped it at 1 because the second one and the third one, oh my god!
Well, it's too late now.
Yeah,
they're redoing it.
They're redoing it.
No, it's a sequel, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
because if they redo it and then like change the chick for a guy or something, I don't know. I don't know if it's not going to work out. Okay.
Well, I think they're basing it off of like the brother of the girl or something that got lost is supposed to be going after her or trying to find out what happened to her. And so, but I think I'm going to check it out. Even though it's a sequel and everything, I think I'll be checking it out. And because I love the first one so much. The second one, stunk. Did they make a third one? I don't think
they did.
I never saw it.
I think they did.
Yeah, if they did, I never saw it.
Yeah, I know at least they made one other one. And
I saw the second one.
The thing is, it was too well made.
Yeah, it was just a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, it didn't give you the same type of feel.
Yeah. So, but it's opening up to Blair Witch to a whole new generation, and which it might not freak out the new generation as much as it did us, because they're used to these type of movies.
To freak them out, it would be like some chick went to the woods and couldn't find her Pokemon that she was looking for. So, I mean, that's how you freak out the new generation. Other than that,
she couldn't find her Pokemon in the woods.
She was promised a damn Pokemon and she couldn't find it.
That's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. So let us know on our website and our Facebook page if you plan on checking out the new Blair Witch movie. If you enjoyed the first one, let us know. I really enjoyed it because I thought it was real. I was the fool that thought it was real, but that made it funner. It made it funner, and so let us know. And man, that's our show today. Let them know what's going on, man.
Yeah,
where they can check us out.
Oh, you can check us out at retrogeekslive.com. And from there, you have our videos, and you have our Facebook page, our Twitter.
Tweeter? Are you a tweaker or tweeter or Twitter?
It's late, guys. It's been a long day.
Dude, you say tweeter all the time.
Nah, that's true. I do. Actually, I'm not a big tweeter fan.
You're not a big tweeter?
No, I'm not a big
I think you're a big tweeter
I think
fan.
it's okay, but it's just, I don't. You know what? I have too much to say it in 140 characters.
Yeah. They should limit you to 100. Or 99, I think.
Shut up.
Yeah. Anyway, geeks, we hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Eric.
I'm Al.
We hope to see you soon. Geek out!